So it's sometime around noon on our third day here in the park. It's been very lovely so far. Yesterday, unfortunately, was a fruitless day of fishing for us, but nonetheless, great adventures down the old Madawaska River. So now we're going to pack everything up. We're going to head back to Penn Lake, cut ourselves a little bit of time off our final day of travel, hoping to maybe hit another couple choice fishing spots and see if we can turn our luck around before this trip's over.
Oh my God. What did you do?
Scott's pretty happy, but his ripped pants.
Stupid canoe.
If nothing else, we'll enjoy a leisurely paddle, third of the way back today, and hopefully that'll allow us to take it a little bit easy then too and see some of the sights along the way. Alright, pack some bags and get in the boats and off we go.
What's in there?
A little bit of a delicious concoction known as Armo Oak. It's a fragrant blend of smoky, woody tones with hints of campfire and sophistication thrown in for good measure. Both Jay and I have absolutely loved it, and
Probably had a little bit too much of it last night.
may have accounted for a bit of a slow start to our packing adventures this morning, but definitely the calmest day we've had so far since we got here. Just a slight kiss of the breeze upon the surface of the water. The lighting is cinematographically perfect. I know that's not a word, but more adventure and shenanigans in Algonquin Park.
It's just a wide-angle, small camera showdown. Testing. Here we go. This time I'll pay a little bit better attention to what I'm doing. Avoid any busted ankles. Coming up to some blowdown here. Do a little detour. Woo-wee. I just loves me some portage.
Did you detect any sarcasm there? As we headed back to Penn Lake, I was wondering if Scott was ever going to catch a brook trout here in the park. I'm sure he was wondering the same thing. Scott was still having a good time, but there was a distinct fishless undertone to his mood. With tomorrow, our last day, being mostly travel, we really only had this afternoon left to attain our lofty goal. It's close to 3 in the afternoon, so we waste no time pushing up the lake. Scott has his eye on a certain spot to fish, so we find a site nearby, set up the hammocks, and get settled. This way we can fish till dark, if we need to. This was it, our last kick at the can. As we cut through the stark beauty of this late day, Scott was all business.
Stand behind me just a bit so that if I see spots, I'm set up to go. So if I see spots, I can count.
Okay.
I think he felt the need to redeem himself. We push up into the cold, swollen current. I stay well back, so Scott can quietly scout ahead. We exit the boats and hike up further to some nice elevated pools. Fantastic scenery. and Scott sees some real potential here. It's tight quarters for fly fishing, but nothing is phasing him. There's no time for that. The usable light is fading fast. And then, like a last-minute goal to win the game, one deftly placed fly is just too tempting for that beautiful Algonquin Park brook trout. Redemption.
Nice. Dude, I gotta get over there and get a picture of it. Sweet.
Covered in fish slime. Couldn't be happier, let me tell you. This, while there were many rewarding aspects of this trip, the canoeing, the friendship, the scenery, this is what we came for. And I was almost positive we weren't going to find it. And here he is. Beautiful little Algonquin specky. This guy is going to grace our dinner place tonight with his loving nutrition and general fishy goodness, and we thank you for that.
Scott then proceeds to pull 2 more beautiful trout out of the water. Like it was meant to be. With the sun in the final phase of retreat, we ride the current back out to the lake. A fellow fisherman comes out to congratulate us. Scott heads across the bay to clean the fish away from any campsites, and I head back to our site to get a fire started. As Scott slowly glides back with his catch of the day, the frogs and loons filling the darkness, I sit there feeling pretty humble. I can't help but wonder, what kind of lottery did we win being born in this country?
We're cooking the fish in a little home-prepared cornflower fish spice that I put together before the trip. It was highly optimistic of me to do so because more often than not I get skunked when I go fishing. But I knew that if we caught one of these beautiful little fish and decided to keep it and eat it, by God, I was going to have it be as tasty as possible. I just had a little corner off this big fillet here in the bowl, and it is delicious. Thank you, Algonquin brookies, for sustenance and the joy of the chase. And now we get to fortify our bones for future adventure.
Oh, lovely day. Lovely day for a sail, yes. Couldn't be a nicer day for a sail.
It's not time for a post.
No, just a little head note. Whatever. Little update. How you feeling about those updates?
Pretty good.
So, as you can see, it's pretty windy.
The winds amazingly have shifted in our favor yet again. Jay's back there somewhere, taking some of his expert photographic vignettes.
How's that? I hope that's a little better for you.
I've literally barely paddled across the lake so far to get to where I am right now.
And this whole microphone thing is growing tired pretty fast.
Memories like this, you just can't translate into HD.
I feel pretty stupid.
And we're just gonna enjoy the rest of this nice pleasant sail up the lake here. Let Mother Nature do her thing. Cradle us in the rocking womb of the lake, as they say. I don't know who says that. I'm saying that. I think it sounds pretty clever, frankly.
Doesn't get too much better than this.
As we nose our way up here into the little narrows that forms the beginning of the portage, up into Rock Lake, and signifies another page turned in our journey home at the end of this adventure. Unpack the gear one last time, I think we're gonna poke around in the waterfall up here, and after a little bit of exploring and maybe a little snack or two,
Show me that fish, bad boy.
we're gonna head up into Rock Lake where we head for home.
What was the title again?
Karma Moose and the Redemption Trout.
Karma Moose and the Redemption Trout. But you'll already know that because it'll be in the title sequence.
But we're just thinking of it now. You're seeing it happen.
This is like...
This is history in the making, and you're witnessing it.